today's video is kind of cursed, because as you can see here, we're launching a N1, but you might know something is a bit off with the launch escape system. I'll talk more about that later. Yeah, so this N1 is from the mod Tiantaris, and I only got this mod just for this video, and well, I didn't realize just how overpowered this N1 was. Oh, and also I didn't realize how loud it was. The first stage, so it's supposed to have 30 engines, but that's in the game is just one part. So I guessed that to the game it's just one engine, so it creates less sound than 8 engines. Even though that one part should be way louder than this. But yeah, no. Sorry for how loud the audio is here. I'll probably turn that down. I didn't realize just how overpowered this thing was because yeah, we're gonna have tons of fuel left over once we get to low carbon orbit. And well, so this stage should have just barely gone us to low carbon orbit, and then the next stage we should use for our lunar injection. But also, there you see, instead of a Soyuz, we have a Gemini spacecraft. And yeah, that's why this is cursed. Because I don't have a LK lander and a Soyuz. Well, actually, what would be a Zond spacecraft? You know, I have a Gemini spacecraft and Gemini lander. And the main reason I did this was because, it's kind of a similar not mission profile, but just similar spacecraft. It's a 2 crew command module and a 1 crew lander. And so, back to this thing being extremely overpowered, which may be because a Gemini spacecraft, which I didn't realize, I guess it's significantly lighter than a Soyuz. So I'm going to do my transmitter injection burn. I am playing on a 2.5 times scale solar system, which the Tiantaris is meant for, but yeah, still it's overpowered. So I just use the RCS to correct the orbital trajectory. It's yeah, not much is happening right now. So I could have sped this footage up more, except then that causes a bunch of issues because my editing software is kind of trash, and it constantly it makes the audio and the video desync, and it doesn't work. It's not the best. I probably should get a better one. And if I speed footage up too much, the audio becomes extremely desynced, and yeah, just. Anyways, currently inserting into orbit around the Moon, still using that third stage. And yeah, you can see the Gemini lander there. I'm just extending the antennas and science experiments. And yeah, I had to do an EVA, which is accurate to how a real Soviet lunar mission would have been done. So I don't know why. It's also because there would be no way to transfer anyways with my spacecraft design. I was currently deorbiting and landing really. I have some complaints about this lander can design for the Gemini lander. Well, the controls. Well, the pilot would need to be looking up at the controls, and they wouldn't be able to see the surface, which feels like a design flaw. But well, Blue Dog Design Bureau, it's not going to receive any more major updates, so I guess that's permanent. So I don't even need the Block Day upper stage, which is below the lander. Except I decided to use it anyways. Because, I realized, sure, I'm dropping a stage, it still has a bunch of fuel left in it. But, I mean, I kind of want this to be more proper than that and actually, land using the lander. And now I see that I'm coming down on some large boulders. So I'm trying to maneuver the lander, and didn't really go that well, so I had to turn on the UI. Yeah, we've landed. I can get Val on EVA. And just some short EVA activities. And I've now set the command module as target. And now I'm just gonna time warp till the command module is above us. And once it's above us, well, almost above us, we can take off from the surface. Which you're supposed to detach the landing legs from it, and that lower fuel tank from the lander. But we basically used none of the fuel for landing, so I decided it would be better to keep those attached. Also, maybe one day I'll be able to do an actually normal mission that follows an actually normal mission profile. Should I do that? Comment down below, because I have no idea why I'm going on this tangent, but I don't think I've actually, well, I think I've only done one actual recreation of a mission. Actually, no, I think I've done at least 2 recreations of missions before. It was the Skylab and the Apollo 17 recreations. Nice. So I'm just getting a rendezvous, which I've done a tutorial on how to do this. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And now, so this is not the first attempt at this mission. The first attempt, things didn't go well, and the lander crashed into a mountain after it had landed. Because basically during the descent, it kind of crashed, and one of the fuel tanks got destroyed, and during the descent it became uncontrollable, and So yeah, this was the second attempt, and then so I realized this thing has no way of generating electric charge, so I was trying to conserve as much of it as possible, because it becomes uncontrollable if you can't use the reaction wheels. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I have the mod Persistent Rotation, which it makes it so that when you time warp, your craft continue rotating. Which that didn't negatively impact this mission that much, but yeah, at some points you can see I have the lander slightly spinning, and I time warp, and it continues spinning. Oh no, I needed to point that out. But yeah, we've docked, and I'm EVAing Valentina back over to the command module. And I'm just pulling a maneuver node to get back to Kerbin, and this mission is almost over. I decided to finally extend that large antenna, and also run that magnetometer boom experiment, and then we can do our escape burn. Now there's an option for the Gemini service module to have 4 orbital maneuvering thrusters, which I probably should have put 4. Because, yeah, this is a fairly long burn. I decided to have Bill go on EVA to retrieve the science experiments. And so now we're heading back to Kerbin, and I decided to adjust in the service module at a reasonable height because I don't want to endanger the crew of any debris from it. So before that, I decided to adjust my orbit slightly, and so now we can re-enter. And I decided to recreate this shot from my mini Apollo recreation. And so yeah, this video is almost over. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And goodbye.